Hello, 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 hello. That's nice and quick. I hope you guys are doing well. Very good latency today. So, let's see. Okay. So yeah, we're moving on to the second and final story-based bit of DLC for Dishonored. To me, it feels like this is kind of the second half because it seems like they were setting up this DLC in the previous DLC. So, yeah, from what I understand, it kind of picks up where the other one left off. So, yeah, it looks like everything's working. So let's get going, shall we? So yeah, it has its own menu like the other one. A save game of the Knife of Dunwall has been found. You can use a progression in the Brigmore witches. That's cool. You'll retrieve your equipment and powers. Which progression do you want to use? Yes, please. Thank you. That's cool. I like that. And yeah, I'll just stick the veteran difficulty. That is fine with me.
He knew. The black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces. He watched me do it anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void.
Whatever makes you sleep better at night.
The men are recovering well from the attack, but they don't understand the danger they're in. My mother warned me never to make an enemy of a witch.
Noted.
Corvo, here to settle our debt.
This is cool.
You understand, I won't make this easy for you.
Oh my goodness. I was not expecting this. Well, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this. Don't know if that works. Oh. It was just a dream.
What is it?
Thomas has returned with the information you requested.
He's waiting for you below.
It's kind of lame. Died. No need to waste breath with apologies or excuses. You taught me that. All I can say is that as soon as I left Dunwall, my head felt clear, maybe for the first time. You told me once that people like us burn hot, then burn up. We don't get a chance to start over. No long days in the sun. But I know you died. Despite all the blood on your hands, you've been stashing coin. No one does that if they're not holding on to something. You've got some kind of plan. Some hope for a new life. Maybe you knew, maybe you didn't, but that's what you gave me when you let me walk away. The one thing you said that wasn't possible, but I will never forget that. When the time comes, and it will, I hope you're watching close so you get that chance too. I left a book for you. The world is big, bigger than I knew. There are lots of places where an old man like you could disappear. Billy Lurk. B. Lurk. Corrupted bone charms are more powerful bone charms that come with a cost. Locate them like normal bone charms by listening for the song they emit, or with the void gaze power. So I have all the stuff from the Knife of Dunwall as well. Which is cool. We'll try that. Potterstead, Gristle. A small town, but the locals are charming and the ale is unmatched. Be certain to visit during the month of winds for their pennant festival. Dunwall, Gristle. Notes on the capital city could fill a dozen such volumes. All delights exist in Dunwall if you've got the coin, and all the miseries if you're broke. Unless you're well connected through someone in Dunwall Tower, one of the key families, the City Watch, or River Patrol, make sure your permits are in order. Otherwise, you're likely to have your cargo seized by the port authorities for any reason they care to concoct. Call Kenny Morley. While the harbour master here is particular about the kinds of goods you're carrying, the rest of the town is more lax. Be sure to visit the inn on the rock for the best mutton stew in all the Isles. Yarrow Tivia. The cold here will snatch the breath from your lungs, but it is met in equal strength by the civility of its well-mannered citizens. The cosy taverns are kept warm by their famously crafted iron stoves, though the northern food takes some adjustment. Bejeweled aristocrats laugh and drink side by side with livery-skinned farmers, clapping one another on the back until the dim hours. It is hard to make a friend here, or to truly understand the worldwide view of the native born, but once you do, you'll have a friend for life. Hello, Lido. I hope you're doing well. Colero Sarkonos. This city is crowded in the warmer months, and for good reason. You'll find yourself shoulder to shoulder with scantily clad locals and foreigners on holiday, pale skin burned pink by the sun, which somehow seems larger and brighter in Sarkonos. The food in Colero is a shining example of Sarkonan cuisine, and there is always music, always dancing, hand-rolled on the steps of tobacco shops. The cigars are, of course, fresher than the ones you've had shipped to other parts of the empire. Karnaka Sarkonos, the jewel of the south at the edge of the world. The city is bustling with industry after a wave of settlers from Morley and an influx of wealthy trading companies from Dunwall. Everywhere you go in Karnaka, there are new ideas, hybrid forms of music, groundbreaking theories on natural philosophy, and even extravagant delicacies made by mixing ingredients from all the known cultures. The locals work tirelessly for their coin, welcoming the elite from across the Isles. They say my mother was a witch, but the truth, as is often the case, depends on perspective and your place in the world. She relied on poisons made from exotic herbs and the blowfish that live in the reef waters near Pandysia. Her power originated in hallucinogenics delivered through guile or by force to those who crossed her. There was an unusual intensity in her gaze for certain, but it came from within, not from the outsider. It's what happens to anyone pushed to the absolute edge of insanity and edge of sanity and survival, who stays there for years and returns to walk among the sheep in so-called civilized society. My mother was crafty, and if it was anything more than powders, hidden knives, and guile, I never saw it. Like they tell children, someone who is truly touched by the black-eyed bastard can move through space between rooftops like a sparrow, over command armies of rats or poisonous flies as easy as they wriggle through fingers and toes. The overseers are right to fear us, to warn the common folk to stay near their homes at night and keep their families close. But there are other ways his influence manifests itself. Those who serve me share in some of what I can do, and I suspect it's the same for Delilah Copperspoon's coven. Then there are those who can craft runes and charms. The old woman across town, they call her Granny Rags. She carves and polishes the bones of whales, stringing them together and opening them to the void until they moan like this fever sick on a cold night. I've found a few of her talismans, and with each one I've touched a tiny piece of me departed and settled in with her. What does she gain? A longer life? Some kind of power that I don't understand? The making of such things is beyond me. I've known 4 people in my time who carried the mark of the outsider, but I've known dozens more who wanted it, who stood at night in stagnant ponds or begged with the dust blowing through graveyards. People who gutted farm animals or burned the flesh of men, thinking it would call forth the void. I met a dying man once who had collected runes and charms for years. He crushed them all into powder, made a paste, and ate them, thinking he could gain whatever magic was in those things. His death was long and painful. I also knew a woman from Karnaka who would trade for charms and other bits of whalebone. She cracked them apart and fused them back together, then sold them. I bought one of these corrupted charms that she swore would cause sharp metal to break on my skin, and it worked. But each time it did, one of my teeth turned black and fell out. After the third time, I gave it to one of my men. Now, when he smiles, it's all bleeding gums, and I wonder what parts inside him are turning black. Sometimes I ask myself about these gifts. Would I be a man to fear? Would I be called the Knife of Dunwall, with my name whispered through the markets and alleyways, the high towers and drawing rooms? I like to think so, but it really doesn't matter. As long as I bear this mark, I'll use whatever craft I have to force my will in the world. The harder trick is undoing what I've done, rather. Dunwall, the seat of power in the known civilized world, the Empire of the Isles. It is our great capital, and it is being brought low by vermin, the very thought gulls. We are faced with the reality that our once great city is in a state of shambles, and the few remaining domiciles in any habitable condition are the estates of those wealthy enough to ward themselves against that reality. A city cannot continue to thrive, populated by the upper classes and their cloistered sycophants. Even if the plague were gone tomorrow, in its present state, Dunwall doesn't have enough hardy people of working age to return the city to everyday function. We must find a way to attract more residents, which requires removing the cloud of fear brought about by the current regime. The Lord Regent and his lackeys are bad for business, my friends. So it falls on us. A plague and a tyrant must be overcome, and after that we must undertake a third miracle, turning the screws on the obscenely wealthy, forcing them to pay back into the place that was given them their privileged lives. It is the powerful and fortunate who must pay for the rebuilding of Dunwall, even if the poorest will bear the stones and timbers of reconstruction on their backs. All of this must happen for a dormant machine of commerce to restart. Without that, we are all forfeit, and the greatest city of our age will be lost. Oh. There's so much reading in this first room. I can't believe it. Like Kingdom Hearts. We only have 3 runes. But all of our upgrades from the previous DLC carry over, which is nice. It doesn't look. Oh, there is actually one new upgrade. Pool, that wasn't in the previous DLC. Pull an inanimate objects towards you from a distance. Oh, interesting. I might buy it just because. I don't know how much I'll actually use it. So yeah, I can grab inanimate objects from afar, but level 2 is where you can actually grab people. But I don't know how useful that's going to be. But we'll try. I'll give it a go. It has potential to be interesting. There's so much reading I have to do in this first room. It's unbelievable. They're so bad at this. They don't pace these out well enough, you know. Our troubles began with a name, Delilah, a mystery given to Dowd by the face he sees in his dreams, and whose voice he bears when kneeling at the shrines hidden in the lost parts of the city. None of us have ever heard this voice, but we know its power. It spoke to our master, telling him of his coming doom, and saying that solving this riddle was the only way to escape. We knew nothing of Delilah, except that we found a whaling ship by that name, a tenuous connection, but where the outsider's word is concerned, there are no consequences. We discovered the ship was named after a woman who once walked the halls of Dunwall Tower with Jessamine Colwyn. Later, she became a painter, an apprentice of Sokolov himself, until she snared an aristocratic patron named Arnold Timsch. We met with Timsch's niece, who offered us information on Delilah in exchange for eliminating her uncle. Removing aristocrats was our specialty, so our master agreed. With barrister Arnold Timsch gone, his niece divulged everything she knew. Delilah was much more than a painter, and she was hiding in the old Brigmore manor outside the city. But by then, we were too late. Delilah anticipated our threat. For some time, she had been working her corruptive influence on the best of us, the assassin Billy Lurk. Delilah turned Lurk against us, and together they sold us out to the overseers. When we returned to our hideout in the flooded district, we were swarmed by gold masks and hounds, but Dowd is quick and wise in our trade. In the end, he kept us alive, though there were losses. Now our resources are strained, some of our men are grumbling. I see the strain on Dowd's face. Killing the Empress, handing over her daughter, those are not easy burdens to bear. And Lurk's betrayal weighs on him heavily. His sleep is troubled by curses and shouts. Now we make preparations to strike back at Delilah. She is planning something in Brigmore, something that affects everyone in the Isles, and she will be expecting us. Like our master, she shares her gifts from the outsider with those who follow her. How many are there, I wonder? I have no secrets from my master. My loyalty is without question, but I fear these may be the last days of the Whalers, perhaps the last days of Dowd. It is said that we should not sully our hands with combating the forces of the void. My studies have been deemed heretical by my brothers, but the rewards have been invaluable. I have harnessed the same energies employed by the outsider and the accused followers while avoiding their corruption. I will prescribe a twofold method in this text. Indirection. As the unwholesome powers of the outsider use living flesh as a conduit, we can avoid being tainted by using the flesh of others instead. Containment. By using channels and barriers, we can focus these void energies into a raw state, shielding them from the perverse perspectives of the outsider. Sarkonos, the jewel of the south, is best known for its warm winds, spice foods, and endless beaches. While the city of Calero sees the heaviest flow of travellers from across the Isles, Karnaca, on the southernmost edge of the known world, is preferred among the elite of the Empire. It is said that a month spent resting beneath the sun on the beaches of Sarkonos or within one of the rural villages can cure most maladies. Travellers bring back recipes and styles from the south, and the dances that all Sarkonans learn in their youth are favoured in Bristol for their sensuality, copied by the fashionable autocracy in the capital city of Dunwall. The only persistent trouble in Sarkonos originates along the string of tiny islands stretching away from the mainland to the east. For generations, pirates have hidden among this archipelago, raiding traders, passing between the isles, and more recently attacking whaling ships returning with rich stores of oil. One gentleman of advanced age swore that his brother had been taken by the whalers, a notorious gang associated with the man called Dowd. According to Peter Mansfeld, his brother Radolf was proud of working with the Royal Spymaster's Responsible Citizens Group, feeling no shame in reporting on what he perceived as shady dealings by his rivals at the fish markets, but this might have been the source of his trouble. On the 6th evening of the month of Harfs, Radolf came storming into Peter's home, white-faced and panic-stricken, claiming to have been chased by a group of ruffians wearing the leather suits and vapor masks used by the men working in the whale oil factories. Peter gave him supper and drink and sending him on his way later in the night, after which Radolf was never seen again. I remember reading that last night. I read The Isle of Sarkonos as well, I'm pretty sure. Prepare for your trip. But there's a rune over here. Need to grab that.
Taking prisoners is exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about. You don't have to remind me. It's Billy's doing that the Overseers found us. That wasn't Dowd. Dowd should have caught it. And now witches? He's not the man he was. Quiet. You're going to get us killed. Dowd. Ever vigilant, I see. Are we leaving soon to Brigmore?
Interesting times, gentlemen.
I'm not taking
Overseers in the flooded district. Witches abroad in the city. Traitors in the ranks. I'd be nervous too. Then I'd remember who killed the Empress in Dunwall Tower and came out untouched.
Gentle reader, be assured that your coin is well spent today. What you read here may one day preserve your life and your sanity. No one has seen the Knife of Dunwall and lived to tell of it until now. The sun was setting, a bloody stain against the sky, silhouetting the noble contours of Rothwild's slaughterhouse. The stench of blood, the flesh of men and whales, soured the air. Dowd slivered from the sewers, his body slick with gore and crawling with vermin that no mortal man could have tolerated. His shadow stretched out before him on the ground, and it revealed his true nature, a horned thing warped by heresy, a shape too terrible to put into words, my gentle readers. A sorcerer from the void, without question. I could hear the moans of the dying workers he left in his wake, but he did not even pause to acknowledge their plight, for his heart is colder than Tivian ice. Hello, Landlord John, I hope you're doing well. Instead, he let out a guttural howl of victory, the shock of which snuffed out the life of those poor dying workers, and then he bounded away, moving from roof to roof, back toward the streets. And this is where I thought this chapter would end, until I heard the music. The grinding metal music of the Overseers echoed from the nearby alleyways, and I knew there would soon be a fight. With only my sense of duty to the fallen citizens of Dunwall to keep my fear from overtaking me, I inched closer to the mouth of the alley for a better vantage. A brave contingent of Overseers had captured one of Dowd's lieutenants lurking in the alley. He or she, for I could not tell, beneath the thick leather of the industrial whaler suit, was prone and tied with sturdy ropes surrounded Overseers, but their fixation was ultimately their undoing. Dowd fell from above, moving through the air as easily as a falcon. I swear it upon my spirit. Without sound he glided down among them, and the music maker was first to die as Dowd tore the man's head from his shoulders. The wretched song faded in a discordant wail. Then I watched as the most notorious assassin of our time became a flurry of leather, metal and blood, deflecting bullets and sword blades with ease. The last Overseer, no doubt consumed with terror at seeing his brothers fall so easily, sank to his knees and begged for mercy. Dowd spoke a single word that made my entrails squirm in my belly upon hearing it. The Overseer shrieked like a madman until his mask split in two, as though struck by some hammer and chisel, and a stream of blood gushed forth from the crack, bathing Dowd's boots. I closed my eyes at that point, too overwhelmed to witness my further atrocity. I could only hope that if that foul heretic discovered me next, my life would end swiftly, but when I opened my eyes, Dowd was nowhere to be seen. That was the last I ever saw of the Knife of Dunwall. So heed my warning, gentle reader. Should you or anyone you love witness a misshapen shadow fall across your path, or should you hear the slightest rumour of dark words whispered from the rooftops, then flee. Flee with all haste. This is not true, by the way. I did not kill people in the slaughterhouse, and I did not rip someone's head off their shoulders. Even though that sounds like fun. It didn't happen.
This will hold while we're away. Anything short of cannon fire.
Let's hope it won't come to that.
Corvo's out there, Dowd. It's a matter of time before he shows up here.
He's got the Lord Regent's army to chew through first.
It is said that the office of the Royal Spy Master has existed for as long as there have been emperors and empresses. However, in the earliest days of the Empire, the position existed in secrecy. Only after the Morley insurrection was the position publicly acknowledged due to the tremendous role that the acting Spy Master played in quelling the rebellion. Originally, members of the military or officers of the City Watch were advocated for the role chosen by Admiralty. In recent years, the outgoing Spy Master has made recommendations on his replacement from the small cadre of espionage agents serving him. In this way, continuity is preserved, since many of the covert projects undertaken by the government are not committed to writing, only communicated in whispers behind secure doors. This leads to the most common critique of the office of the Royal Spy Master, that actions are taken and deeds committed that even the Emperor or Empress is not aware of. This lack of oversight or accountability is a commonly debated topic during parliamentary sessions, but those who hold the position of Royal Spy Master insist that in order to function, the role must exist outside of existing bureaucracy or law.
What happened at the slaughterhouse? I hear it went bad. I hear the butchers are coming for us next. You should spend more time thinking about your form.
Exactly.
Any butcher eager to die is welcome in the flooded district.
This guy didn't disappear after talking to him.
What are you going to do when Corvo arrives?
He won't make it past the Weepers and the river crusts. The city's changed since he was the royal protector.
Everyone else has disappeared apart from him.
If Corvo...
Enough about Corvo. You should be preparing for Brigmore.
As you wish.
There we go.
Begging your pardon, Dowd, but I don't think it's safe to leave these overseers holed up in the refinery.
It's a new game now. They know where to find us. We just have to make them afraid to.
They're not afraid to die for their 7 strictures.
Them? No. But the men who give the orders are a different breed.
All the same, I'd better give them a hand, just in case the prisoners try anything.
I'm just making everyone disappear. In a time of political upheaval, there are provisions in place for a staged transfer of power designed with 3 goals in mind. The first is the minimalization of incentive for coup. There is no predetermined person or position within the government that is scheduled to take on the mantle of regency during a time of crisis. Instead, a regent is chosen by a parliamentary accord. This serves to avoid promoting a path of derelict ascendancy and to discourage those who would scheme for such a turn of events. It is the assumption of our governing documents that such a legislative body will always have the wisdom to see through would-be usurpers. The second is the assurance of stability for the commons during and after the transitional phase. During an interregnum While a regent rules the land, there are categories of laws and decrees that cannot be altered without a majority vote from the parliament. Thus, daily life for the people will not change dramatically when during the time of regency or shift drastically once a proper heir takes up the throne. Third, and perhaps the most important, is that a worthy successor is found. In order to rule out hasty action and to maximise stability, there will be no term limit or duration applied to the period of regency. Historically, rash decisions have been greatly contested, resulting in extended political turmoil or outright conflict. When the proper heir is found, the position is filled by someone worthy of the role. All others will fall in and provide their support. And I read that earlier, and that earlier.
Thomas finished his scouting run. When you've talked to him, I'll give you the latest word from inside the prison.
Okay.
I've made a mess of the access ways, but it had to be done. If I come back, I'll take it all down.
We'll be back. And then you can burn those overseer drapes while you're at it.
I found Lizzie Stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge.
The
From what
prison?
I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Coldridge. We can use this. We'll get her out. And Stride will have to pay back the favor. We'll have our transport.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait?
I want to talk to the guy behind you first. Apparently he's got some good tips.
After Corvo's escape, it's going to be more difficult to break into Coldridge. They've installed arc pylons, and they're blaring Overseer music over the loudspeakers.
Oh dear.
Our talents will be suppressed until we get inside.
I have other talents.
They've got Arnold Timshin there.
Oh, interesting.
Same wing as Lizzie Stride.
The barrister. He'll bring some class to the neighborhood.
So obviously he wouldn't be in there if we killed him in the previous DLC.
Last thing. There's an execution planned in the courtyard. Should draw a lot of eyes away from you.
They know how to make a man feel welcome.
You're not going to disappear? No. Okay.
Is it time to go, sir?
I believe so. That was a hard level. Oh, I got all the coins and everything. Oh, I really broke a sweat there.
Delilah doesn't leave Brigmore Manor anymore. She doesn't have to. Which means I have to come to her. The manor's upriver, far out past the quarantine line. I'll need a ship. I've lived in Dunwall's underworld a long time. I know the players. Gang leaders, madams, corrupt officials. But what I need is a smuggler who knows the river, someone I can trust. It's a reflection of Dunwall, or perhaps myself. That after all these years, the best choice I have is Lizzie Stride. And Lizzie Stride is in jail.
As Dowd, you can use your network of spies and corrupt merchants to purchase equipment and upgrades before each mission. You can also pay for special favors. Same as before then. Buy these because they're good. Okay, this disguise option sounds interesting. Stun mines, aren't they? Okay. I could get the bone charm capacity, but I think we're fine. Honestly. We can always get that later.
This should get me in the front door at least. Looks like I'll need to check in with those guards by the gate.
Overseer. About time, Overseer. We sent for you hours ago.
There was a problem with the waterlock.
Fine. Listen up. The incident took place in the interrogation room. Cross the yard and keep going straight. Anything else is off limits. Understand? Don't go exploring. Don't speak to the prisoners. We're not here to listen to you preach.
Aww.
Don't forget you're in Coldridge now, not the Abbey. We asked you here for one reason.
I'll be gone before you know it.
The cell controls above the courtyard, prisoner blocks, and execution yard are off limits. The prison guard summoned an overseer to investigate an occult scene in the interrogation room and will probably expect you to play the part. This is all pretty interesting, I think. It's definitely different.
Open the gate.
And what? Let's see. I mean, I think we should just go to the interrogation room and play the role, so to speak.
This mask is
radio interdiction device for arc pylons is for use only by personnel trained in proper.
Didn't they do it?
Hammering drinks and chose other another patrol with you. Morris lost his nerve at the sewer gates. Neither of them knew anything. They died. Right through there. You can't miss it. None of the guards that went in to question her came out.
I'll be careful.
Someone's supposed to be on duty over here.
I remember being here back in the day.
You're free to go. This is the Abbey's problem now.
Do whatever you need to do. I'm not sticking around. And don't leave any, what do you call it, black magic lying around. I don't want to be cursed or anything.
What happened here?
Doesn't look good, does it? Lieutenant Wraith, the hatter we brought in, was trying to stash this loot in the canal when we busted him. Looked like he's the one who hit Lord Brigmore's carriage a few nights back. So far, he has not named his accomplices, but he will once he gets his turn in the interrogation room. Document everything and then deliver it to the Lord Regent's office and make sure none of it gets lost along the way, or it's both our heads Ashfield. Interrogation log 425. Location of collaborator in theft of goods. Tank mechanism malfunction, subject drowned. So yeah, all these interrogations seem to go badly. Dear Officer Ashfield, I would like to most humbly request access to documents concerning the new experimental choke dust, which you have recently found yourself in possession of. I understand this is a delicate subject matter, and I assure you every precaution will be taken with the documents to ensure they remain confidential. If access to these documents is agreeable to you, please have one of your men deliver them to my cell. Respectfully, your friend in A25.
Is she strapped in right? Good. Doesn't look like much, does she? Comfortable? All right. We'll get this done. Let's start with how you got into Dunwall Tower in the first place. Was it one of the servants that let you in? One of the guards? Nothing? All right. Corporal, use the hammer. That's right. The smaller one. Can't really tell if she felt that. Don't want to break anything. Let's try again. How did you... Wait. You hear a kind of ringing in your ears? What's happening to her face? Is she going to... Oh no! Oh no! Shoot her! Shoot her! Shoot!
Well, that sounds fun. Let's make a proper save here. No, I'm sure it's all good. How do we get there? Pretty easily. Take less damage from falls? No, that's fine. I don't fall very often, do I? Well, I do fall sometimes. But because of blink, you can usually blink down to the floor and you won't take any damage.
This disguise won't help me if I'm caught in a restricted wing.
Ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap.
Oh, I actually didn't mean to do that, but it's fine.
This controls all the cell doors.
Cell control system at quick reference. 1. Set first tumbler to match cell section letter. 2. Set second and third numbers tumblers to cell number. 3. Pull a lever to confirm selection. Ensure that each cell opening request and selection are verbally confirmed. Investigate and report any suspected malfunctions immediately. Remember to take extra care in logging transfers. Even temporary transfers of prisoners from one cell to another must be recorded in the logbook. Ensure that the logbook is available in the guard booth between sections C and D at all times. Following the escape of Corvo Atano, the council appointed by the Lord Regent has decided it is of the utmost importance to increase security measures at Coldridge Prison. The recommendations made by this report include structural measures such as increasing the heights of walls, sealing ventilation shafts, and ensuring sewer entrances are inaccessible. Additionally, staffing at the site must be increased to thoroughly cover all exits and maintain observation of major corridors. Special addendum. In addition to the new measures outlined herein, the council has consulted both the Abbey of the Everyman and royal physician Anton Sokolov, who is also the head of Academy of Natural Philosophy, asking for guidance and equipment in the handling of those cases which are more exotic in nature. While we have dismissed reports of the supernatural in the past as old wives' tales and lunatic hearsay, recent months have convinced us that there are matters of foot that we do not fully understand. As such, prison executive personnel are encouraged to welcome the presence of both the overseers and anyone working under Sokolov's technical guidance. So I don't really know.
Let me know if you want to gamble on the hounds again. Please, not now.
I don't know what I want to open yet. So I'll worry about that later, I guess.
Nobody's making rounds. rounds over here? Nobody's making rounds over here?
The quick choke is so nice. Hopefully no one ever comes in here. That would be awkward.
Hey, can I buy your ration of elixir from today?
So I need to get in there. But that might be a little bit tricky.
Coldridge prison remains under martial law. Guards are authorized to use
Only
lethal
prison
force
personnel
against
beyond this
any
point.
unidentified
No
or
exceptions.
Unauthorized persons on the premises.
That might be worth checking out.
And then he proceeds to not do anything at all.
Now
What?
To me. Die, idiot.
What?
Firing.
What?
Stand clear.
That is absolutely brutal. Oh, you can actually pick up the head and throw it. Okay. I did just quick save, so. But I'll need to like back off for a bit. Well, no, he's actually good at his job. He's doing the right thing by guarding the gate, I think.
Now what?
It's because I have the sword out, I think. I think that's why he's freaking out. Or maybe it's not.
Someone there?
See, no, he's freaking out because of the bottle, I think so.
I need more men. You're going down.
Well, this is awkward.
Firing.
Hmm. Hmm. Did they discover the body that I put down there? Hopefully not. But it's a possibility.
Ring the alarm.
See, I want to read the note. think the note will be quite useful. Let's have a look. He's gonna freak out here. Keep the hatters away from the eels. Section D, cell 11. D11, okay. I'll reload then, and then try and open that. D11. I'm not sure if he's still gonna freak out at me or not. I can just go over, I suppose. Yeah. I'll just need to be really quiet, because I'm worried about him turning around at some point. I opened this cell for nothing.
It's going to start any moment, and I'll die weeping blood.
That was a little close. Got some sort of key. Guard post key.
Where's Harold? He's not in his cell.
Check the log. We've been moving people around to make room for the politicals.
This never happened under the Empress.
Someone will hear you. And it wasn't easy with the Empress around. She'd hold inspections with the Royal Protector trailing after her.
I wish we'd taken care of him. He knows our faces. He could come back any time.
It's a bit of a busy room, isn't it?
The prisoner in cell A14's been telling stories again.
What was it this time?
Claims he overheard one of the others talking, planning an escape. Started shouting for the guards.
He'll report anyone for an extra half ration. Where are you?
Ah.
Someone get over here. Alarm! Watch out!
Ow. So that's not the key I want. The key I want's probably that one on the table. Just wanted to try it. Sometimes the silliest ideas work. Might come back here later. Let's go up. Yeah, they like to do that for some reason.
It's going to start any moment, and I'll die weeping blood.
Are you supposed to be scary?
No.
They dragged him out screaming this morning. One of the doctors.
Just give me the one chance. I'll never ask
Third one has
anything
come
again.
down sick.
Seal it. We can't have this place infected.
Oh, that's the key I need. Corrupted charm beneath me. Don't think I have any reason to go back there. At least not yet.
If I'd been on duty, things would have gone differently. What? You don't think so? Huh?
Damn it.
A promotion for the
It's worth a try.
You're gonna bleed.
Not at all.
Damn it. This bit's a bit tricky.
I'm tired of hearing about it.
Do you know what would make this easier? If I had possession. Oh, the key was also there? I didn't notice that.
Someone's supposed to be on duty over here.
As requested, your special order has been filled. Thank you. Stun mine, place this mine nearly anywhere. That's cool. A mine that I might actually use. It has the potential to be quite useful. Oh, that was so close.
Stupid cut.
Someone's supposed to be on duty.
Winston Fogarty moved. Elizabeth Stride moved to A00. Lucas Penroe moved to D11. Jane Cochran temporarily removed. A00 is what I need to do then. I'll need to open that. So I'll need to go up here first. Copper wire down there, I would quite like. There are a lot of people though patrolling the area. Oh, I didn't hold down F long enough, that's what went wrong there. Or it's not F, it's control, left control. And then it's F to carry the body afterwards.
Rats into everything. I didn't know she had it. Why'd you take my money?
No. Or is it fine? No, it's just a prisoner. It's fine. He can see me do the bad stuff. You got anything to say?
Why'd you take my money? Rat, damn you!
That was a bit close, wasn't it?
You think Corvo's running around the city in a mask, executing people he doesn't like? You're crazy.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not the best place to put someone, but you know, it should be okay. I don't think anyone wants to go into that interrogation room. I can imagine some people complaining about the fact that you're basically revisiting an area that you went to in the original game, and that's also true of the previous DLC as well towards the end. But well, I think in this case it's fine because they do a pretty good job of repurposing this area and you're going to like a different part of the So this is, what sells us? A10. I'll need to get that open. And A13.
I'm embarrassed.
Help! Someone's breaking out!
I've got all your
Guards!
names.
Come quick!
Morgan and
Someone
Tell.
is trying to escape!
Cooper and Wilson and Linden. They'll go into a signed, notarized deposition. I've sent word to the Lord Regent's office. None of you understand what I can do to you.
A10, A13, A14.
Think about it. You're signing your own.
A little bit quick there. Wasting mana. Might need to come back here later to open more cells. I'm sure they were influenced by the prison level in Thief, the Dark Project, the second level. I did not open A11, it has sleep darts in it, but I don't need those. So that should be fine.
This better be worth it.
A corrupted charm that I pulled out of a toilet. Greater damage to your sword. No. No, thank you. Not interested in that. There was a trap there, but I didn't see.
I'll find you. Where are you?
Check under everything. Nothing after all.
Just a matter of time, buddy. Where'd you run off to? Someone's about to get shanked.
Didn't expect it to be a trap in a prison cell.
I know.
So there you go.
Run and hide, you coward.
It's weird how you open the cell, but they don't seem to escape or do anything. They just cower in fear.
Someone's still prowling around.
I don't really get that.
Someone's still prowling around. Someone's still.
Hopefully that didn't count as an alert, but maybe it did. That trap being sprung.
What?
Guards, to me. Get behind him.
Well, that definitely does. I did just quick save though. Logbook entries. All logbook entries must contain the prisoner name and destination cell number. The logbook is in the guard booth between sections C and D. Do not neglect to log every prisoner transfer. Failure to do so is a punishable offense.
Lizzie's tried. She's in rough shape. Wake up, Lizzie.
I'm not telling you shit. Wait.
Down.
Is that right? Whoever sent you, I'll pay double.
I've come to break you out. You can owe me the favor.
What kind of favor?
Doesn't matter. You'll be dead in another day here.
What kind?
It's just a boat trip. Upriver. Past the blockades.
Then you're out of luck. My boat, the Undine, now belongs to someone else. My second-in-command double-crossed me and took it. A little shit named Edgar Wakefield.
It's a situation I'm familiar with. Can you walk?
Nope.
Get me out of this damn thing and I'll fly. I can pay you to get rid of Wakefield.
That's what they all say, but then I open the gate and no one does anything.
I'll just get my tiara.
And hello, Harvey. Long time no see. Morning. Indeed, yes. High-fiving the guard sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh dear, that was a bit loud, wasn't it?
Down. I think I...
Uh-huh. Oh, see?
I'll have to carry her out.
This is just like the second level in Thief. When you have to carry, what was his name? Oh dear. It's terrible if I don't know this. Basso the box man, that's who it was. Find the misplaced rune. Have I not done that yet? Oh, pressed the wrong button. Don't mind me. Over there it looks like. That's quite far away. I might need to come back for this later. Oh no, it's over there. This is going to be a bit of a nightmare, I think. I'll worry about the body later. I'm a bit concerned about this arc pylon. Relatable indeed. See, this is my opportunity. I can do this. No, I can't. That's not my opportunity to do that. I was wrong. This guy is no longer effective, really? Okay. I'm shocked. Okay, let's... I think that is possible, I just need to time it a little better. Possibly. I have absolutely no issue with people disappearing. I understand that my stream is not a high priority in anyone's life, and it shouldn't be. So if people need to go away and then come back, it's absolutely no problem.
What?
Yeah. Don't mind me. I don't know why they care about me carrying bodies and stuff. but apparently they do.
Is that?
Shh. Shh.
It's just a matter of time, buddy.
Does that count as an alert, I wonder? Maybe it does, I don't know. I think that probably counts as being detected. Even though they can't do anything about it, I think that's a bit silly.
Where are you?
But hey, what do I know?
I know you're here. Someone's about to get shanked.
See, I could do that. Well, I can't actually do that, but I don't have the tool for it. But
Where'd you run off to?
if I did, that could be an option. But that's lethal, and I tried to do things non-lethally. Remember to take extra care in logging transfers, even temporary transfers of prisoners from one cell to another must be... I've read that. I've read that before.
Huh? Why the outsider?
No. No, 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 no. We haven't used this new pull ability yet. I don't think I will use that pull ability until we get the upgrade for it, so we can pull people. That has the potential to be quite fun. But yeah, until then. In Postal 4, I think you can literally choose between like 3 different voice actors or something silly like that. I can't remember what the story was, but it was the first person they got was John St. John, you know, of Big the Cat and Duke Nukem fame. And I think people were like, oh, this is a bit shit. And then they eventually got the guy who did the voice in Postal 2 and the guy who did the voice in Postal 3, and they were just like, okay, let's just put them all in and make it like a player choice. I don't know. It's a bit weird. But I guess it's kind of cool. This is not working out the way I had planned it. I really should have quick saved when I took this first guy out. I didn't realize this was going to be so awkward. I could try it here. I wonder if I will ever play Postal 4 no regrets. I have no plans to, but you know, you never know. See, there's this guy who comes down here. Well, I thought he did. This bloke. I do have a stun mine. I could try one of those out for the first time. Or maybe not. Might not need it. Oh, poo. Yeah, no, it's fine. Got it under control. Under control being quite a good pun, considering it is the control key you use to choke people out, so. Okay, so. Probably should have left that open, huh? Well, it doesn't really matter because I can go up and over, but I'll keep it open just in case I need it later. Attention, executions of personnel responsible for enabling the escape of the former Lord Protector will continue today. The execution yard remains off limits until otherwise specified. Additional security installations along the execution yard wall are complete. Additional work on the main gate will continue throughout the coming days. All workers must show identification for the duration of the construction. Nope. 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 There we go. That's probably the biggest flaw of this game. The whole I'm behind you but I don't get the prompt to choke you thing. That is probably the biggest issue I have with it. So it's a pretty good game then, if that's my only like serious criticism of it. Oh dear, that's the execution thing. There's a bone charm out there. That's some potted whale meat, which I don't really need. Remember, if an overseer has been summoned to address the situation in the interrogation room until the overseer arrives, no one is to enter the interrogation room. The prisoner cells are off limits to overseers and other visitors, no exceptions. See, this guy doesn't care because I'm allowed to be here with my quote-unquote disguise. But I want to get rid of you for later. Okay. This is a bit awkward, but I'll wait for this guy to turn his back. I'm actually just going to quick save because I don't want to do all of that faffing around again. And I cannot use blink here. Ooh. It's fine. Well, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Their bodies do disappear, which is a bit strange. Apparently you can make an adjustment in the INI file to make that not be a thing anymore, but I honestly don't really mind it. It's fine. So this is where we're going to later on with Lizzie, I guess. But there's a rune down there, which I would like to grab first. And then there's that bone charm that looks like it's near the execution area. Yeah, I think the most I've seen is like 3 or 4 people kind of stacked on top of each other. I've definitely done that a few times. For the last week or so, a little over a week, I've been playing nothing but Dishonored. This is the second story-based DLC, and I just did the first DLC and the base game, so yeah, it's been nothing but Dishonored for a wee while. They seem on edge. They've clearly killed the people, by the way. That's clearly happened, I guess.
They don't hesitate to kill their own.
No, they don't. Thank you, Michael Madsen, for your input. I don't know why they're so agitated. Let's go up and above. Let's go this way. So yeah, this gives a slightly better view.
No one's getting past me.
Oh no, I can't use my magic out here. I can use it from slightly further back.
Someone's supposed to be on duty over here.
The sewers beneath Dunwall, across the generations, the aqueducts and tunnels beneath the city of Dunwall have served a variety of purposes. In the earliest days of the city's history, several primary canals were used to channel river overflow during times of flooding, and for a time it was fashionable for wealthy aristocrats to commission underground water passages, giving them access to their estates from the Wren Haven River and its minor tributaries. Yeah, I'm butchering that. Over the years, these tunnels began to interconnect, sometimes by design, sometimes by accident. The history of the tunnel system is rich, as every school child is taught. Rebels used the sewers extensively during the Morley insurrection. As discussed in popular bar songs, lovers often find privacy in some of the cleaner entry points, with fresh air brought in on the winds from the river itself. On a darker note, in addition to seeing traffic from gangs and smugglers, it is rumoured that the current royal spy master himself, Hiram Burrows, has a network of informants who know the twists and turns of the sewer system by heart. Until recent times, the older tunnels suffered from a repeated collapse, creating sinkholes that occasionally consumed entire street corners. The current system rarely suffers from such calamity, since the sewers were reinforced and expanded by the city planning department during the rule of Emperor Eubor Caldwin I. You know, every game needs good lore on its sewers.
Look out, we got a prowler.
That's so dumb. I know I've complained about this like throughout my entire time playing Dishonored, but I really annoys me. See, when they kill one of their own people in like in a scripted event or something similar, they act like you did it even though they did it. It really annoys me. It's like, oh, we've got a prowler. It's like, you did this. It's your fault. No problem, Landlord John. Enjoy.
Better make a pass over here.
Yes, indeed.
Someone's supposed to be on duty over here.
The thing that's a little bit lame is that a lot of those written logs are actually recycled from the base game, and they've peppered them in the DLC, both in this DLC and the previous one. So I've, for the most part, read them again.
Look out, we got someone skulking around.
Sometimes I immediately recognize, oh, I've read this before, and other times I read most of it and I go, oh yeah, this is familiar, I have read this before, you know. Ah, okay. So that's an alternate way in and out. It's kind of cool. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate the effort, and they're obviously very proud of it, considering that log is in the base game as well. No pun intended when I say log, obviously. See, some things never change, do they, Harvey? You might not have been here for a while, but you know, things haven't changed that much. Oh, this is awkward. I'm gonna quick save. Just that way, so I can experiment a little bit.
Look sharp. We got a prowler. Why is no one making rounds over here?
This guy is not very smart. I'm not complaining though. That was surprisingly easy. I do like his little wrist bow that he gets. That Dowd gets. Corvo in the main game has more of like a standard kind of crossbow thing. But I like the wrist bow. I think it's pretty cool. So the rune is... oh no, it's a bone charm. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now we just need to carry Lizzie out. Which should be easy enough because I've choked everyone out. I'm always worried about this arc pylon in case it like suddenly turns on and starts zapping me.
Prison remains under martial law. Guards are authorized to use lethal force against any unidentified
Okay, that's fine.
She's beaten, but not dead. See that her wound get attention.
It will be done. All quiet, sir. Ready to go.
Yes, I am.
Go.
Oh, no, we didn't get detected, and I did everything pretty well. I left no evidence behind, apparently, despite all the unconscious bodies. Okay, cool.
Dunwall is changing fast. 6 months ago, Draper's Ward was where Dunwall's rich and well-born strolled and shopped and tried to be seen. The plague burned through it in days. Today it's a battleground where two street gangs fight over the spoils. The Hatters and Lizzie's gang, the Dead Eels. Lizzie Stride was the boss until Edgar Wakefield betrayed her and took her place. And the riverboat. It's the kind of thing that happens every day in Dunwall. I don't judge him. I've done worse myself. But I need that boat. Edgar Wakefield and I have business.
Okie dokie. I could buy a stun mine. Yeah, why not? Even though I haven't actually used one yet. Let's buy some favors. The sunken crate. Allied whalers will dump a crate unloaded with supplies overboard near the Undine. You'll have to dive to retrieve the contents. Sure. I can swim. A tunnel dweller has been bribed to bring a rune from the depths of the Dunwall storm drains and place it within reach of the surface. Sure. And a gift from Abigail Ames. She wishes to put the past behind her and offer a gift. Oh, thank you very much. I still have to pay for it, like. But, you know. At least it's cheap. And then... buy that. Buy that, maybe? Hopefully I won't regret any of those decisions.
The textile mill used to run off a water wheel before the canal went dry. It started up again recently, and whatever the Hatters did to get it working has enraged the dead eels. They're fighting in the streets.
The Dead Eels and the Hatters are engaged in a full-scale gang war. Lizzie Stride, leader of the Dead Eels gang, is captain of the ship Undyne, aid Lizzie and use the Undyne to sail up the river to the Brigmore Manor. And then we've got all this other stuff that I need to find because I paid for it.
When's your old man coming out to fight?
We've been making something for you, little eels.
What's the matter? Too much knitting to do?
Crawl back to the river. You ain't a real gang. You're just a bunch of mudlarks.
Ooh, those are fighting
Come on and
words.
fight. Or are you too busy making dresses?
I like that the textures on my gloves haven't loaded in yet. That's the power of the Unreal Engine right there. I thought maybe unequipping and re-equipping would help the texture load issue. Nope. I've had problems with textures throughout. Well, no, it hasn't been too bad, but with some character models, they take forever to pop in, it seems like. I don't know what that's about. But I know this is the Unreal Engine 3, and it was notorious for texture pop-in issues and stuff. Especially on like Mass Effect, the first one on the Xbox 360, like the original version. It was woeful for texture pop-in, I remember. I think the performance in general was also pretty bad. Mr. Dowd, when we last met, I clearly did not impress upon you enough how connected and capable I can be. We had an opportunity to work together, but you saw fit to put me in that horrible chair and torment me instead. That is true, I did do that. By the time you reach the end of this, note the gift I left you will explode, but I want you to know that it was me who had beaten you. Farewell, Sir Conan. Brilliant. Yeah, well. To be fair, I probably do deserve it. That's quite funny. Yeah, the glove textures are I don't know, they're making me sad here. I don't know I don't know why they haven't loaded in. If I reload they might pop in, but I'm sure I'll have to reload at some point soon enough. So I need to find a way to get down. I guess I'll just have to drop down here. There's a safe there. I wonder if that's openable. Welcome back, John. No problem. Hello, friend. As instructed by your whalers, I have dredged this horrid thing up from the depths of the storm dreams and placed it in the agreed upon location in hopes that you, and only you, recover it. But be warned, poor fortune has followed me every step of the way since laying hands on this thing, and I'm overjoyed at the prospect of leaving it here and being done with it. May it treat you better than it has me. And if some unlucky local has stumbled upon this wicked bone, heed these 2 warnings. As I said above, poor fortune will find you, but more importantly, this is intended for delivery to the most dangerous man in the Empire. If you are in possession of something he wants, you may count your remaining hours on one hand. So let's see what this... Oh, it's just a rune. I mean, it's not... Oh, I could get the pool ability now. Yeah, sure. Might regret this, but we'll give it a go. It is a new power for this DLC, so... And you may have noticed, John, that the textures for my gloves here just haven't loaded in properly, which is pretty amazing. Yeah. It looks like all of a sudden I'm playing like a PlayStation 2 game or something, you know?
Is that...
The PS2 port of the first No One Lives Forever or something. I'm gonna be risky and try this. Maybe choking this guy out is a bad idea, but I did it. Hello Griff, I hope your business is going well. If you're interested, I have a little business proposal for you. The canal here in Draper's Ward has been dry for some time now, enough time for the prize ox rush to take bloom in the mud. None of the ruffians patrolling this area know how special the flower can be, so I have no competition in harvesting them, but none of the alchemists or natural philosophers that can use them frequent this district anymore. Perhaps I can send you some bunches of ox rush to peddle for a commission, of course, and I can help you tap into an ammunition market here in Draper's Ward. The gangs have gone into full-scale war, so demand is high. Let me know your thoughts, Jerome. Yes, Griff is a character that you meet briefly in the first game who sells stuff. Yum yum yum. What?
losing business. I understand doing what's got to be done. But Wakefield.
Well, I did not know that there were people here. Let's try this. Oh. Well, I took him down with me. And my gloves have popped in properly. Hooray. That was pretty fun, I have to say.
I understand doing what's got to be done. But Wakefield.
Lizzie kept to a deal when she made
When they say Wakefield, it just makes me think of Wigfield.
Exactly.
Imagine if this game had Wigfield Saturday night on the soundtrack. It would be a bit out of place, but you know. See, he heard that pretty well. The guy who I sleep darted towards the end of the previous mission. I managed to get away with that for some reason. But yeah, it seems like there's a rune up there, at least in that direction, and I would like to grab it. There might be a better way.
We're losing business. I understand doing what's got to be done. But Wakefield.
Lizzie kept to a deal when she made it. She weren't no cheat.
Exactly. Last night.
This might work. Just leave those guys be for a bit. A note from Lady Boyle. My dearest friend, my costume ball will require 3 tailored outfits that are perfectly matching except for colour. We are going to play a game with our guests, you see. I'm saddened to hear of your deteriorating hands and the hard times of which you have fallen, as you were my first choice to craft these costumes. I will mention your physical difficulties to my doctor at the party. Perhaps he can be of some service to you. Farewell, Waverly Boyle. Oh, hi there. You don't mind if I'm here, do you?
Who are you? Are you with her?
With her?
Delilah. Are you with her? No, but you don't have any roses.
What can you tell me about Delilah?
I used to make clothing for the college.
Nice job.
You see, I adored them, especially young, precocious Emily. She was such a delight. Did you ever meet the Empress? She was so special. And I was able to count her among my friends. I had a lock of hair from young Emily, a keepsake given to me by the family when my hands grew too stiff and clumsy to work the needle. I have treasured it so.
And Delilah?
She visited me here. Such a surprise to see her, all grown up, so serious. Did you know she was once a playmate of Jessamine's? Before she was Empress, when they were both little. I thought it was a cordial visit at first, but it turned frightening.
What happened?
She made things come out of the shadows, long and grasping. I can still feel the cold on my neck. I sound mad, don't I? Perhaps I am.
Nothing wrong with
She
that.
questioned me and left me propped in the corner like a bolt of cloth.
A bolt of cloth?
I couldn't move for 3 nights. Well, she made the horrid markings you see now. Then she stole my only keepsake, my lock of hair from dear, sweet Emily. Ah, Emily, where are you? Damn that Corvo, and damn Delilah.
The dressmaker in Draper's Ward once crafted upscale clothing for Emily Caldwell, heir to the throne. I'm not gonna steal the guy's food, that would be rude. Don't mind taking a few other things though. So there's something that I want to try. I'm gonna make a proper save. And then I want to load the start of this mission again. I want to see if you can talk to that guy Jerome and see if he has anything interesting to say. I'm just going to immediately exit here.
The textile.
Draper's Ward ain't yours. We got here first. Come on.
That was a bit ambitious, wasn't it?
Come and get me. Or won't your mommy let you?
Ambitious being a kind way of saying that was a bit stupid of me. It's fine.
The textile mill used to run off a water wheel before the canal went dry.
Draper's Ward ain't yours. We got here first.
Bring out the freezer.
We've been here 8 years. We ain't leaving.
When's your old man coming out?
Welcome to the Draper's Ward Salvage and Resale, or the black market if you'd prefer. It's Dowd, right? Recognized your face from the posters. Not that I'd ever say anything to anyone, believe me. I'd be happy to have you for a customer.
What are you selling?
The best of Draper's Ward, all for sale.
Oxrush flour. You buy a bone charm off him.
You hear me?
Are you missing something, little eel?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to roll with this.
I got a little something for you. Might burn a little though.
Which means I'll have to go and grab all that other stuff again.
All these rats crawling all over everything. Something wrong in there. Half the city's dead, and won't make it 3 more months.
Not a big deal. At least this was towards the start of the mission. Wait, what? Oh! No, I have to buy the favors and all that crap. Oh dear, Vodster. Oh dear. I'm just gonna buy that for the hell of it, the gift. I'm just gonna buy that as well. Okay. Whatever. Let's go.
The textile.
Oh, I've got the bug where the gloves don't load in properly again.
Ward ain't yours.
Oh no,
We
they've
got
loaded
here
in.
first.
Bring out the geezer.
Or have they? Oh shit.
When's your old man coming out to...
I don't know what's going on with me here. I've just lost the plot. It seems like.
The textile mill.
Right, let's quick save here. There we go, that's definitely the loaded in texture.
Bring out the geezer!
We've been here 8 years. We ain't leaving.
When's your old man coming out to fight?
We've been making for you, little eel.
To my loyal customers, I've done my best to provide a provisioning service to you even after all the decent citizens have abandoned Draper's Ward, but it is clear that there is no livelihood for me here now, and yet that association with you all will eventually cost me my life. To those who have never wronged me, I suggest you take your business to Jerome. He can be found in a second floor apartment just a stone's throw away from here, next to Millinery Canal. His prices will climb now that I'm gone, but he seems like a fair enough man. For those who have harassed me, stolen from me, and driven me away from my home, I hope you suck on the barrel of a City Watch pistol someday. I'm sure you will all meet a violent and unhappy endings. Goodbye. Mr. Mitchell. Mitchell's Marketplace.
What's the matter? How much knitting to do?
There's copper wire in that bin. Might get that later. Yeah, there's definitely something in that safe. I wonder if you can just take it though immediately, or if it's locked. I'm gonna try something here. It might be a little ambitious, but we'll give it a go.
I know you're here.
I landed straight on him, which caused him to like come out of the choking animation. So that's a bit unfortunate. What was that? I'm getting worse at this game the more I play it, clearly. There's something else I want to try actually, just for fun. Do I have... No, I don't. Let's buy it now. Pull 2. So if I do this, and let's see what happens when I do this. It just straight up kills the guy, which is fair enough, I guess.
Where'd you run off? Here you are.
I don't know, it's a bit weird. It doesn't work quite how I thought it would work. The pull ability. There we go, that works better. But it does straight up just kill though. So it's not really that good for someone like me who's trying to do like a non-lethal playthrough. That is true, Harvey. Yeah, see, these guys just don't move at all, which is really weird. Well, it's not weird, but you know what I mean. It's just a bit tricky. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe someday I'll play through all of this stuff again on high chaos, you know, killing everything. Because that does seem like fun as well. Both ways seem equally viable. I guess that works. Key required. Locked. Oh dear. Well, we're gonna have to come back here later then. No. Let's try that again. Perfect. So I'm just gonna activate that gift thing to get it away, to tick it off basically. I don't think this really works as a way. Oh no, we can go this way. So that's fun, and then we'll go across the river to meet Jerome. Just out of curiosity. Oh, there's a charm here. I missed this before. Witch's skin. Let's check that out. When taking damage, your mana is drained before your health, but your mana does not regenerate. Nah. I do have a few charm slots. Let's try this. A little bit ambitious again, but we'll give it a go. No, I can't reach that. Or that. No. It's fine. I didn't die. So we'll go and meet Jerome.
Welcome to the Draper's Ward salvage
Can I skip
resale,
this?
or the black market if you'd prefer.
No.
It's Dowd, right?
I can't.
Recognized your face from the posters. Not that I'd ever say anything to anyone, believe me. I'd be happy to have you for a customer.
What are you selling?
The best of Draper's Ward, all for sale.
He should have responded, "What are you buying?" But, you know. Maybe Capcom would get a bit annoyed.
these rats crawling all over everything.
Definitely did not loot your safe just now. So much violence on the streets.
We're losing business. I understand doing what's got to be done.
Thought I'd be all soft and weak, didn't
Lizzie kept to a deal when she made it. She weren't gonna
And you can't skip. Oh no, you can skip him. Good. Brilliant. I was gonna say this guy talks for a while, but no, we're fine. Do you mind if I take that? Nah. Doesn't care at all. Yeah.
All these rats crawling all over everything. Half the city's
No time
dead.
to blow a cloud.
We won't make it 3 more months.
A lot of the NPCs are pretty rough. They do. They do.
Is that?
Oh shit.
I give.
There you go, that's the end of Dishonored. DLC number 3. Guy doesn't even care if I steal money in front of him. What an absolute hero. What a nice lad. Search for the crate submerged near the Undown. I don't even know where that is. I guess that's in another part of town.
What?
Oh no. I just want to see if there's anything there. There is a note. And there's some gristle cider. Okay, well there is some stuff there. I just need to find a way of doing that without making a mess. I maybe use another choke bomb.
All the others down with the sickness.
It's actually called choke dust, but I keep on calling it choke bomb. What a fake fan I am. This post is awful. I almost broke my neck getting up here, and all day the hatters keep taking shots at me like I'm some sort of carnival game. This morning I saw some lady up on the glass roof across the canal, and it kinda has me worried. I think she looked right at me. How did she get up there? Are the hatters recruiting ladies now? Anyway, since she's been up there, I can barely make out this thing she left behind. Can't tell what it is from here, but come nightfall I might just climb up there and have a look. Gotta be wary of that arc pylon they have set up down there. If they have that kind of gear, we're just outmatched. I wish Lizzie was back, she'd get us out of this. Oh, Jesus. Should we read this? No problem, John. Good luck. I'm gonna say we don't read this. I'm gonna give that a pass. I have my limits, so I'm just like, sometimes I look at that and I just think, nah. I already have so much time on this planet. You know?
Yeah,
I'll bet Lord Ramsay's doing a dance. He ought to be at that fancy
Just checking to see if there's anything down here. Looks like there's something on that dead individual.
If you're here to kill me, make it fast or get lost. I thought I was finished. They'll never believe who saved me.
I didn't save you. What are you talking about? Okay, some money.
See what I do then.
I don't know what you call that kind of skylight, but there's a bit in Arkham City that has pretty much the exact same design. And of course that would have been on Unreal Engine as well. Unreal Engine 3. Hey Jasper, one of the dead eels apparently trained some white rats to come to this side of the canal and fetch shiny objects back to him. So far they've taken a few coins and a couple of bullets back over to eel territory. Pike saw one carrying a coin and tried to shoot it, but his marksmanship is lacking. Be wary of them and crush the little things if you get the chance. If one swipes one of the tools or keys or something like that, you'll be a laughing stock. Baldwin. Good old Baldwin.
Quiet in the city. Almost like it used to be.
Yeah, that must be the arc pylon that they were speaking about earlier, possibly. In that note. Or maybe it's a different one.
I'm almost out of bullets. Don't.
Ooh. Oh, I thought it was money. It's not. It's bread. Guess bread is money in certain circles. I've got a quick save here. Just in case something horrible happens. Which it probably will. Oh, I can pick that up. See, the arc pylon's gonna make this really difficult. See? But I can disable it if I'm quick enough. But it's not a good angle for me. Maybe this will work better. Oh no, don't do that. Oh no. I need the key. Assuming one of these blokes has the key. Yeah, the red guy does. Okay, okay. Oh, that's annoying actually. Oh no! It killed him. That is not what I want. I mean, it's awesome, but it's not what I want. He saw me. Apparently.
Draper's Ward is the sweetest salvage since the plague came. You ask me?
Might just need to wait this out a little bit.
Crowds are bringing in
Because they're both looking straight at each other.
This just sitting here? It's not how the Hatters play.
This could work. It might not, because he started moving as well. Oh, so close. I got the key and everything that time. You have met your demise. There we go. That's it. Nice. That's should make things a bit easier. Hopefully no one comes up here.
Someone's still prowling around.
Sokolov technology in the New Age. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks for processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, blah blah blah. We've read this before. I maybe twice at this point. Evans, be cautious with this equipment. It's very delicate and requires a skilled touch to operate. It is also quite lethal. If you don't follow the proper procedures, you will cease to exist in the wink of an eye. Acquiring this technology took a great deal of politicking and expense, so I repeat, do not be reckless with it. Once the system is set up and operational, we will never see a dead eel darkening our doorway. The mill will become an impregnable fortress. Report any technical issues to me. Nurse Trimble. Splendid. Does this open?
System.
Oh, jeez.
Hatters are getting organized.
What's the password? Is it John Woo? I'm gonna see what happens if I use this.
What's the password?
I seem to have forgotten it.
Nice try, River Rat. Get lost.
Buzz off, Joker. Max Payne definitely had the better, like, bluff, you know? He tried to pretend it was a pizza delivery, which I thought was more slick and clever. Dowd, on the other hand, obviously doesn't have that sort of intellect.
What?
It's fine. Let's have a look at my tasks. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we must find that in the next area.
We'll put in warehouses all along this street. When the Hatters are gone, we could be rich in 5 years.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say. That's the one I definitely did not read. Let's see if I can get down to the riverfront here.
Rats crawling all over everything.
There's a health thing there. Apart from that, I don't see anything too interesting. Go to the riverfront. Welcome back, John.
Redfield's a hard man, but he's not as fun as Lizzie. Lizzie enjoyed it more.
Yeah, even Lizzie never drowned victims in a sack. Can still see him squirming for air.
Hello, Illuminati.
How's he gonna top that?
I hope you're doing well, my lord. I should be, cause after that massive Stoke victory yesterday. I haven't watched the highlights for that yet, but I should. How's GTA 5 practice going, Illuminati? It's gone? You chucked it out the window? You were just being a contestant on Countdown. Fair enough. I hope you did well.
Edgar Wakefield is on board the Undine. He's put all of the eels on alert since Lizzie's rumored to have escaped from Coldridge. He's expecting her. You will undoubtedly be a surprise to him.
Did you really? But Ian Beale's still in it. So that's not that joke doesn't really work. Come on. Isn't Alfie still in it? Mr. Hat, there has been an interesting activity since our raid on the dead eels a few days ago. Looks like Wakefield has been rooting out Lizzie loyalists and chasing them off to make an example out of them with some gruesome killing. I don't think he's got much of a hold on this gang, and things are likely to fly apart before long. Also, I swear I saw a woman lurking on some nearby rooftops last night, spying on the eels. She saw me looking at her and just disappeared. Perhaps you'll know what to make of that, Oscar. It must be like unwatchably bad, I would imagine, these days, Illuminati. I mean, it sucked 20 years ago or whatever. It must be total garbage now. Look at all this reading. The halls of the Academy of Natural Philosophy are thought to be spaces where thoughtful discourse and enlightened tolerance set the tone for debate and learning. It is believed that reason applies above all, and the passions of the greatest minds of the Empire are tempered by wisdom and custom. This is the commonly accepted vision of the place, and is almost always accurate. Almost. Sometimes a protracted debate or disagreement can explode into conflict, and very rarely violence. Such was the case years ago in the Month of Winds. A young apprentice named Piero Joplin ventured into a new directions of research in the preservation of mortifying tissue, a field that brought him into frequent conflict with a student called Trimble. Joplin and Trimble often debated loudly long into the night, and the content of these arguments was well beyond the understanding of most people of the Empire, the author included. The rivalry between the two natural philosophers raged for months, but it is the climax of those events that prompted this writing. The two had argued deep into the night, the debate sliding into bitter personal attacks. At last they reached a terrible accord. Their mutual hatred culminated in a duel to the death with pistols. Until the grey sky of dawn, the greatest minds of the empire of the Isles gathered in the courtyard in a fashion resembling schoolboys gathering to watch the two bullies. To watch two bullies fight? What's to watch two bullies fight? To watch what? Okay, whatever. A quiet fell as Joplin and Trimble accepted the ceremonial pistols, marked off the paces, turned and fired. Each combatant fired round after round, shattering windows, chipping masonry and splitting plaster. Their closest shot to the mark was Joplin's, whose bullet ripped through the hem of Trimble's overcoat. It was clear that the dedicated study of the learned men had made for poor marksmanship. When all their ammunition was expended, both parties stood quivering with fear and rage but unharmed. It was then agreed that the duel would be settled with a coin flip. A newly minted coin of the Empire was produced, bearing the face of Empress Jessamine Caldwin. As it was sent spinning into the air, Trimble called heads. The coin landed on tails. Joplin was declared winner, and the feuding between the men ceased. By the terms of the dispute, Trimble was forced to leave the academy, his studies left incomplete, whereupon a dignified silence returned to the halls of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. Pretty much, yeah. I can't believe you watched EastEnders, Illuminati. I don't know what to say. You know that phrase, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. When I'm not even disappointed, I'm like a level below that. It's a nice ship. There's a boat. There's a charm over there. I don't need this, do I? No, but I could take it actually. I've never watched it, Illuminati. It passed me by. I never saw it.
Sitting next to the river.
Leverage, pull, power, distance, and speed are increased. Nah.
Canal at least. Just waiting to be taken.
All those prancing nobles in their fancy masks. Strip them of their jewels and set them on fire.
Yeah, indeed, Harvey.
Drowning's worse.
Set on fire's worse.
Drowned is worse.
You ever see a man set on fire? What does he do? He jumps in the water.
I think that is actually true, Illuminati, especially for people of a certain age, where like watching TV is like their main thing to do in the evening.
Smuggling ships like this one often have a hatch underneath for dumping contraband if they get caught. Perhaps the Undine is no different.
There's the boat. Wakefield's probably keeping himself below decks. Whatever I do to him, it will be a mercy compared to what Lizzie has in mind.
Is Michael Madsen's voice just that gravelly now? Like he's not even putting it on. That's just like how he talks now. Is that really a thing? I'm quite impressed, really.
You ever get that creepy feeling of being watched? I've had that a bunch lately.
Funny you ask that. I had this feeling of eyes on me. I looked up on the roof of that building over there and...
There was a lady up there, right? I seen her too. Just staring. Then she was...
gone. In a wink. Yeah. You see the same thing.
Should we tell the others about it?
Nah.
No. The others might think we're seeing things. First sign of the plague from what I hear.
Yeah. I know he's obviously he voiced this game about 10 years ago, but he recently was in that Payday knockoff, what's it called, Crime Boss Rockay City, I wonder what his voice is like in that, if it's even more wrecked. Even more destroyed. Yeah. No problem, Misty. Thank you very much for saying hello, and I hope you have a good sleep. Oh, poo. Well, I got away with that somehow.
This is the second time now. I see something, or someone, out of the corner of my eye. But when I turn, they're gone. Someone is watching us.
Maybe it's the G-Man. There's some money here. I don't mold. I don't mold when I play video games.
Picked up anything good?
Blow off, chopper.
What? People just throwing money into the water these days. What is that? Oh.
You keep surprising me, Dowd. Not long ago, I watched you kill an empress and steal her child for coin. For a man like that, you went through Coldridge Prison with an awfully soft touch.
I did, yes.
I wonder, are you hoping it will change the way things work out? Maybe. Maybe not. The song's almost over. And when the music stops, we all fall down.
Okay. I have 7 runes, it's quite a lot. I'm actually starting to think we don't get pool 2 because it's just not that great. It's not great for a non-lethal playthrough. I do like the swimming in this game. It's fun. Swimming often isn't fun in games, but this game actually does it well. You're the only person here, yes. Some sort of book. The following note was found at the site of the ritual murder, attached to the victim's face by 9 fish hooks arranged in a suspicious pattern. We inferred that the two parties were involved in a conflict over the construction and sale of a superstitious charm, using pieces from older, possibly damaged, heretical artifacts. Full investigation recommended. Focus on the person named Lilica in Circonos. Lilica, you cheat. For months I poured coin into your pockets, paying all the things you requested, food and lodging at the outskirts of town, livestock with birth defects whose purpose I cannot imagine. Toxic plants and alchemical materials. The baboon blood and cartilage of deep-dwelling fish were not cheap, I assure you. But even more costly was the scrimshaw I painstakingly acquired from sailors during the past year. Yeah, no problem, John. Carved from the bones of whales and said to hum with powers from beyond the world. These cost me half my savings, and you swore that you could provide me with the charm I wanted. I was quite clear. I had your word that I would be able to visit Abrielle in my dreams, that I could woo her while sleeping. You promised that she would love me. Instead, you delivered to me this lump of old bones, scratched and hacked at, wired together as if it was made by a child. For 2 weeks I kept it close to my heart, and at night when I slept, I did see Abrielle. Oh yes, I saw her lying with everyone I've hated, rivals and enemies who bested me in business or in sport, men who have bullied me or insulted me, including my infernal older brother. I woke each morning clenching my teeth in shame and rage. Such terrible nosebleeds I suffered, and my hair began to fall out in clumps. I threw the cursed thing into the river, or into the lake, just to be rid of it. You told me you were a sorcerer, a simple charlatan more like. Be that as it may, I want you to know, the day I decide to ruin your life, I will punch you for thinking me an idiot and taking my money. I could send an anonymous message delivered to the nearest overseer outpost, but what I've got in mind is more fitting. There's a gang that operates in Karnaca, assassins. I want you to know that all my remaining funds will be spent putting a contract on your pretty head. You will never see me again, Lilica, but when the butcher's blade falls on your neck, or when the poison in your milk takes hold, I want you to remember that this is how I repay those who cheat me. Wow, okay. So how on earth am I supposed to get this open? Is the question. Oh no, it's already broken. But I'm being eaten at by fish, which is not ideal. Fish are clearly the most deadly thing in this game. Definitely could have went better.
This boat is smaller than I remember.
While each of the Isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Gristle, with its long proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys of come of age in the cities of Gristle, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Gristle continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs at Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill all over the deck and begin their butchery and processing even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies such as the Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city.
The fuck are you looking at? Shh.
The engine failed to start. What a shame. It's going to pieces. I was just getting things under control, but now I hear Lizzie busted out of Coldridge. Hi, the dead ooze are starting to swing my way, and I even think we'll wipe out those accursed hatters soon. Mr. Hat humiliated me something awful with that raid to steal our engine coil, and payback was going to be me taking a piss in his stovepipe. But now that Lizzie is free again, I've got the crew on high alert, orders to kill anyone if it ain't one of us. I'm starting to think I bit off more than I can chew.
Why did I think this would work?
Possibly Illuminati.
Time to signal Lizzie.
Well, that was straightforward, wasn't it? So you could swim and get in from underneath. I think my way worked fine. Well, that did not work fine. Sorry about that. Probably rats.
Must have been the vapors.
Yeah, it was the vapors, sorry. No. No, no, no. Come on. Let's not come on.
What do we have here?
Disaster.
Over here.
Just take it slow, Bodster. See if I can pick up a few goodies here along the way. There is a bone charm down there somewhere. It looks like it's in the water. Welcome back, Landlord John. Enjoy. These fish are hardcore. You can do it. No.
Lizzie Stride is assuming control of the dead eels now. She's ordered them to give you safe passage.
Your friend Edgar Wakefield set me up to be taken by the City Watch, and you followed him. Took his orders. But you know what? I forgive you. All of you. I'm filled with love. But the following people each owe me a finger. Logan, Douglas, Bang Bang, Ferris, Pigface, the Bakers, and Annabelle.
Shit.
2 from you, Annabelle. Have a good night. That piece of garbage, Edgar. I'm still living with his incompetence. He let the Hatters cripple the Undine.
Ship seems fine to me.
They took the engine coil. We're dead in the water.
What is it? Can we make a new one?
They don't make them anymore, not for an engine like the Undine's. We'll have to get it back.
The geezer still leads the Hatter gang, right? I'll pay him a visit.
It won't be that easy. There's a snag.
Always is. What's this one?
The geezer's about 100 years old by now. He's got it rigged so that if he dies, the whole place gets gassed. So they're real careful around here.
That's okay, I don't kill anyone.
And everything. Maybe you can cut a deal for that engine coil. Turn on the charm. One of the Hatters gave me their door password in exchange for keeping the rest of his fingers. It's whalebone. I never got to use it on account of the gas. And being in jail.
Just be ready to move when I get back.
It wasn't it, Vito? It was a wee bit weird, but sure. I should probably stop streaming, really. I know it's a bit short because I started late, but I should probably stop for tonight.
You really think the outsider ain't real? What'd I see Dowd do then?
Just because he can do strange things doesn't mean there's an invisible man watching us. I'll ask him how he does it.
Go on, ask me then.
Crazy. Don't you dare.
Don't make me take that away from you.
Take what?
What are you looking at? Ooh, look. He's armed for fighting. Are you supposed to be scary? What are you looking at?
Nice.
What is in here? Okay. More money.
Half the city's dead. We won't make it 3 more months.
Whoops.
Quit it.
Sorry about that. Yeah, no. Let's just load and then I'll save for tonight. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. And we'll should be finishing this tomorrow. And then I'll finally move on to something that's not Dishonored. Even though I've enjoyed this game very much. It's very good. No problem. And yeah, I'll catch you guys again hopefully tomorrow. Unless something happens, which, you know, is possible. It has happened before. But yeah, I'll check Chickley. Yeah, good one, Vodster. I'll quickly check Twitch.television to see what's up. But yeah, thanks everyone, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day / nights, and yeah. I hope so, Harvey. One can hope. But yeah, see you